I figured I'd give just a quick explanation of what we're looking at here. Um, this number up here, this is the size of the tile here. This is the width of it. Um, the height or the height will automatically adjust uh, depending on the proportions. But any size that we set sideways here will always be 160 millimeters printed out, and uh, and then the height will change according to the proportions of it. The nozzle diameter here, um, this is if everything would print at exactly zero point 0.2 millimeters, zero point 0.4 millimeters, whatever nozzle diameter you set it on. I usually put it on zero point 0.2, and then that way everything is compressed into a much smaller place. So normally just put this on zero point 0.2 if it's not already. Uh, this here, this is a 1 by 1 grid, so it's just one size. If you wanted to split this into 4 pieces, do a 2 by 2, and that'll give you 2 wide, 2 tall. For now, I'm just going to leave it on the 1 by 1. That way, it's just one grid, so we can see a little better. Uh, this number here, this is the resolution of the terrain. Right now, we're on 10 meter resolution data. So if we could keep this close to 10, that's going to be full resolution. Anything 10 or below is full resolution. If we stretch this thing out to where this is, say 5, that means that we're only doing half the resolution though. So try to keep try to keep this somewhere close to 10, or if you make it really big, then it might go up to 20 or something, and that's actually still pretty detailed on a large map anyway. So let's try to keep this around 10. You'll notice when we change this to 2 by 2, this will go into half. This will be 4 point something or another. The model base here, this is the thinnest part of the model, and 4 millimeters is usually a really good thickness for things like this. If it's going to be pretty big, though, if you might want to go to a 5 or a 10 millimeter size. Um, the vertical exaggeration, this is how much the elevation is exaggerated. On these small models like this, a times 2 magnification is pretty good. Uh, might even do times 3 on something like this, since the elevation changes aren't really that much. Uh, but for now, let's leave it on times 2. If it's not exaggerated enough, you can always come back in here and change it to times 3. The rest of this stuff, let's just leave it alone. Um, but so let's go ahead and do a 2 by 2. And you notice this is 4.63 now. So we could actually cover a lot more area and still have as high of resolution as this thing can handle, or as high of resolution as there is data. So I actually am going to stretch this thing out to cover just a little more area. That way we completely get the park in there. We could actually even get the highway and stuff into it also. Uh, Even though our resolution is still only about half right now, we're it'll look plenty good. That's on each one of these. So we could print these down half the size and still have full resolution, is what that's telling us. Um, and so let's choose this 4 by 4 here, even though it's a little bigger than the park itself. And let's export and download. And okay, now it's telling me that that's too much data for it, so we're gonna have to shrink it just a little bit. So let me come in here and I'll grab this URL that I'd sent you earlier, and we'll put that back in. Oh, yeah, that's it. click and paste. Okay, that gets us back to here. Every once in a while you get this this page can't load correctly. That's just that. I've got a phone call coming in.